if you've ever had an altercation with GPS. Okay, so few people, I don't know if it's the majority, a lot of us have had an altercation with GPS, with parking or during a party freshman year, whatever it is. We all know GPS. And while we all can relate, I do have a unique experience with GPS that happened my freshman year that I would like to share with you guys. So I'm going to give some insight into how and why you shouldn't mess with GPS. It may seem not too bad, but you don't want to mess with them. And getting into this type of trouble with them, there's some consequences, good and bad. So I kind of have a thing I live by that things can go awry after midnight. Some people have this rule, but it can be various times, over 2 p.m., nothing's good after 2 p.m. For me, it's midnight. So freshman year, I was trying to get oriented and kind of figure out my place at Pepperdine, trying to meet new people, join new things. So I decided that it would be a good idea to join an intramural volleyball team. Because I played volleyball in high school and I wanted to meet new people, so I thought this was a good way to do that. So I ended up getting a team together with some freshman girls and freshman boys that I had met, and we had our first volleyball game at 10 p.m. on a Tuesday. So already 2 hours away from that midnight timeline, so keep that in mind. And so we played the game, and you know we won. So that was really exciting. It was our first game, we won. So we said we want to celebrate by hanging out together afterwards. So we thought, like, what is a good idea to do together with all 10 of us? So we thought, let's go hot tubbing. It's right by the gym, Firestone Fieldhouse. We just walked right over. At this point, it was past midnight. So we go to the gate to get into the pool, and it says no entry after 8 p.m. So we think, it's fine. They don't really care. So we go in. And breaking the rules isn't the biggest deal unless you go poorly about it, which in this case we did. So it was midnight. There was 10 of us in the hot tub, and we were very discreet. Mostly girls, 10 girls talking, kind of loud, but over volleyball stuff everywhere. So it was pretty obvious whether we thought it was or wasn't, but we were having a good time, so it was fine. And so while we were enjoying our time in the hot tub, we look all the way across the pool, and we see a small, dark figure appear by the gate. We're just like, maybe someone's joining us. Maybe they're joining the party. It's a good time. And then everyone kind of looks at each other, and we all just sink beneath the water, so just our eyes out, because they can't see us when we do that, right? And to our horror is the GPS officer, and we're freshmen, so we're like, oh, that's not good. And so someone, wasn't me, don't know who it was, someone popped out of the water, and they said, run! So everyone jumped out of the hot tub, we all scattered in every direction, and for fear of getting caught, at this point, it's every man for himself, so everyone tries to escape. And in this situation, getting caught is no one's fault but your own. And so of the 10 of us, only 2 escaped. One was a Pepperdine track athlete, and the other was me. So I thought. So I was fast enough to run away, but there was an obstacle. It was the fence around the pool. I was not tall enough to jump the fence, while the track athlete was used to hurdle, so he just hopped right over it. So I had to make a quick decision. Do I run back down, or do I find plan B? So I found plan B, and it was hiding inside the tree at the top of the hill, between the tree and the fence. So while the GPS officer is talking to the kids, yelling at them, writing them up, I'm just hiding in the tree, just waiting it out, waiting until he leaves, just to walk back down. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, got out of this, easy. And then a car drives behind me. And I'm just like, okay. And then it was a GPS officer. And he puts the car in reverse and sees me and starts coming back towards me. So I make a decision. I'm like, do I get caught hiding in the tree, or do I walk down and turn myself in and try to talk him out of it? I'm like, yeah, should probably turn myself in. So start walking down there, and I'm dripping wet, just got out of a hot tub. Left my stuff in the tree because I'm like, can't be holding anything. And he's like, were you here too? I was like, no, I'm just coming to hot tub. What's going on? But I'm dripping wet. It's pretty obvious. And he was but there were a few hiccups because there are always consequences for your actions. And so I get back to my dorm, walked all the way back from the pool to my dorm, no shoes on, dripping wet, and get in my dorm, tell my roommate what happens, look in the mirror, I have a bloody nose from hiding in the tree apparently. And I'm covered in scratches, and then I realized I forgot my stuff inside the tree. So I'm like, I'll go back and get it tomorrow. And the next day, wake up, and I go back, the GPS stole my stuff, wasn't there, all my volleyball shoes were gone. Sure, I'm cheap. So while I didn't get written up, I did get some other consequences for my actions. In conclusion, I would say GPS won the battle. And while most people don't take GPS seriously, I do now. And when you're meeting new people, there's better ways to get to know people than trying to bend the rules and then escape the consequences. And when you risk getting into trouble, there are consequences for your actions, as you can tell by my story. So with that being said, although there are consequences for your actions that can be bad, I would like to leave you with a quote from one of my favorite actors, Robin Williams. Sometimes you have to specifically go out of your way to get into trouble. It's called fun. Thank you.